What's up, everyone? Aaron Chat's back again for another edition of Endless Sky. We are doing the Avgi stuff. I actually didn't finish this. I know it's been like over a week since the last couple of videos, and we're here to continue on the path of the Avgi. Let's see where I am. Let's hit stars because it's awesome. And yes, people have commented that they also think it's awesome, which I agree with. And you can see here that there are plenty of stars that we haven't seen. And let's see here. Oh yeah, we're in this vicinity. We got to go. So this is I wonder if these two areas will connect here. And we've got some neon 20 action. In the last one, I think I figured out that the systems in this vicinity are elements and their atomic weights. Let's just see where we're at. Oh yeah, I forgot that my ship is pretty fast because I got that aberrant. Bigger aberrant? Oh, bigger or smaller? I don't know. I like the laser stuff still. I'm gonna have to think about getting it. Yes, can't capture that one. Can't capture that one either. Capture that one. Oh, that one back. Oh, it's can't capture that one either. I wanna, well, sodium. Let's go up here. I don't like this where the map disappears. I think that's I again love the game. You know, love the gameplay. This is a bad part of the gameplay. I think this is bad. What the hell is that thing? What the hell was that thing? Did you see that? Yeah, whatever. You guys follow me? Here we go. We're going pretty close over there. So it seems like we're getting pretty close. I would like to... Well, I can't capture those ships, so... Oh, we're in a different vicinity now. Ballad. What is this? Oh, a restricted planet. Okay. Very interesting. Twilight Guard. Super fast ships, though. Wow. Alright, so it looks like these didn't disappear. Yeah, these didn't disappear. That's good. Well, looks like we're here. Twilight Guard. Alright, let's see here. Your companion speeds ahead, neatly pulling into one of the bays on the outer levels. When you attempt to follow, the fighter craft zip in front of you, herding you towards a different bay closer to the middle decks. The docking bay is full of activity, and you finally get your first glimpse at this new species up close. They appear to be somewhat analogous to an Earth dragonfly, or maybe closer to a damselfly? 1.5 meters long on average, and with 6 limbs and wings. A group of them quickly close in around your ship as you finally land in a clear space, moving precisely. These aliens have clearly been expecting you. None of the aliens look to be armed, but are arrayed around your ship in a clearly defensive circular pattern, both on foot and flittering about in the air. Some of them look to be wearing some kind of body armor, but they don't seem to be carrying any obvious weapons. As you step out of the Superior personal ship, noticing the lighter gravity, a small group quickly moves forward to meet you. Shoot them. It's like crazy. Take me to your leader. Yeah, I'm just going to introduce myself. I'm not going to say I come in peace. It's stupid. The aliens hum and chirp excitedly amongst themselves, the sounds reminding you of a string instrument. You notice they seem to produce sounds not from any particular voice organs, but by rubbing their forearms or legs together, akin to a cricket. One of the aliens with cream-colored body seems to hush the others, flaring their wings out before returning them to a folded position on their back. They then raise a curved black instrument reminiscent of a violin bow, drawing it over one of their forelimbs for a moment before the device begins to speak in a synthetic, vaguely masculine voice. Invitation. Welcome, Captain Aaron Schatz. I am Lait of the Avgi, the one whom you spoke earlier. I would show you to our leaders to discuss your arrival to our space. Let's see here. Will you tell me about your civilization? Reassurance. All of your questions will be answered in time, Captain Schatz. Please, now follow. You are led through the hangar, an entourage of guards separating you from curious onlookers, pilots, mechanics, or soldiers, you aren't sure. It's a bit awkward to be corralled by a group of people whose height barely comes past your knees, but you allow yourself to be escorted nonetheless. After exiting through a downward sloping ramp set in the floor, you then follow a long passageway that seems to perpetually curve upwards. You're reminded of older space stations, one that relied on spin gravity before gravity plating became commonplace. Surprisingly, despite the short stature of your hosts, the halls and doorways seem to be more than capable of accommodating your height, a feature that makes more sense after you see the multiple instances of the aliens making their way into the air rather than on foot. Eventually, after a number of turns and descents, you pass through an open archway into some kind of conference room, large and circular with a high round ceiling. It is occupied by a trio of multicolored dragonfly aliens, each perched on a metal ring running around a circular table. Hello. I'm not going to say who are you. Hello. The alien directly across from you, gray-white in color, begins speaking with the aid of another translator devices, this time taking on a feminine voice. Invitation. I apologize for the inconvenience of traveling so far from your ship to meet us, but I was advised against being present for your arrival for fear of any unexpected hostilities, as small as such chances were estimated. My name, for lack of direct translation, is Azimi, whatever. And with me are the speakers Prasinos and Galano. Together we present the Avgi consonants as the first speakers of the Assembly of the Polites. Prasinos, grass green in color, and Galano, a frail-looking milky white Avgi, both wave at you with their forelimbs in a somewhat surreal imitation of the human gesture. How can you speak my language? Prasinos thinks for a moment, then says, hesitance. It may come as a surprise to you, but you are not the first human to come to our space. 3. No. That would be 6 of your years ago. An alien ship was found drifting around a star in our space, swarmed by aberrations. By some miracle, they were driven away, and the ship recovered. And those were the first, and until now, the only humans we have ever had the honor of meeting. A crew of explorers from, I believe they said, the depths. Though I'm not quite sure if that's a planet or a region of space. I guess they mean the deep. Appreciation. They have told us much about humanity and developed these devices so to allow us to more easily communicate. And without the ability to return home, they now live among us, helping where they can with their knowledge of humanity's advanced technologies. I'm not going to say that. Tell me more about the Avgi. Whoa! Oh, crap. Here we go. Tell me more about the Avgi. She twitches her wings slightly in what might be laughter. Amusement! That would take a very long time to do in any detail, but I will make an attempt. Reverting back to her own language, she consults with the two other Avgi for a minute before turning to you. Pride, accomplishment. We are the Avgi. Our 6 systems with 7 worlds and hundreds of orbitals, each the size of a city, together 1,000 polities, united toward the betterment of civilization and progress. Galano interrupts, his translator's voice sounding somehow aged. Remembrance. But before all that, before the hyperdrive, we still crossed the void between stars. I was a child when the last true starship launched, but I remember, long before we learned to surpass light, we settled the worlds beyond our home star system at great cost and effort. We first touched space 6 centuries ago, and he is cut off by Prasinos. Rebuke! You should start from the beginning, long before we left Aviskar. Our ancestors made their homes around the springs in the valley of the Fell Mountains, and spread across our planet for millennia. From fire to spears to the atom, our skill in turning the natural world to our will grew, and with it our ability to form civilization. Groups of Avgi bound together by more than close kinship or geography, instead by ideology and heritage and religion. And with that came conflict, each polity striving with the others to... Now both Azame and Galano make noises of dissent, and Galano, sounding rather hurried, interrupts, urgency. Perhaps we are not as united as you, the humans, and it is true that we have fought many wars amongst ourselves. Emphasis. But this is reminding me of like that species in Mass Effect, the jellyfish ones. I can't remember their name. Comment if you remember their name, but I remember them. They used to be like, no, it wasn't the jellyfish ones. It was the ones that were like slow and oh god, what were they? They had like a monotone voice, so they had to like describe what their actual like emphasis and what their like tone was to other races because they couldn't like voice something different, so they were all monotone. What was that race in Mass Effect? Anyway, but that time is long since past. We saw reason, and so the consonance was created, governed by an assembly of the polites. Am I saying that right? Polites? To represent every division of the Avgi, small or large, from the nation states to the ideopoly. A consensus government of our species to resolve disputes, to prevent another great war, and while there have still been wars fought by the foolish and short-sighted, there have not been a nuclear initiation on Aviskar's surface in more than a century. The assembly, for all its faults, works. Azami asks, truth. And we are what the Avgi need, now that all that could be lost to the incursion, to the aberrant it spawned. We need what humanity has, a united republic to lead all our people. What are the aberrant? Galano speaks. Sorrow. The aberrant, as we call them, remain enigmatic despite all they have taken from us. From where they came, we are not completely certain. They came 2 decades ago from the east, beyond reach of our knowledge, from a perilous region of space we found difficult to probe. The scouts and explorers on the fringes of known space went dark first, and then the outposts fell one by one. Azami continues, regret. By the time the consonants finally took note, the aberrants swept away the ships Aviskar's polities were able to gather to oppose them. An entire generation of the Twilight Guard wiped away in a single battle. Their technology is far beyond our own, and at the time it was impossible to oppose them. And the few aberrations we were able to destroy baffled us. No crew, just a single organic entity inside, and systems operating in principles unknown to us. It could be said that we learned how to make shields from humanity, but we first learned what shields could do from the aberrant. Prasino says, anger. And thus we find ourselves here. When the hopelessness of the military situation became evident, every ship with a hyperdrive was ordered to take on passengers and make its way into the tangled shroud, this confusing web of broken starways and shadowed space that we now must call home. We abandoned our planets to the mercy of the aberrant, with a little more than their surface defenses, scavenging the orbital infrastructure that it had painstakingly built over the centuries. He is interrupted by Azame, who seems annoyed. Clarification. We are not heartless. The decision to evacuate was only made once it became evident that the aberrant had little interest in orbital bombardment, and that our surface batteries could drive off the ones that did. And we took tens of millions of civilians with us in cryosleep to be revived as resources allow. Resolve. We will return. We have suffered a defeat, yes, but we will reclaim our systems in the end, says Galano with finality. The others do not dispute this. What happens now? Prasino says, assurance. Of course, we will introduce your fellow humans to you, but, he trails off. Azami continues for him. Apprehension. The humans that came here before you, I must confess, are still here for a reason. Perhaps they can give you more details, but they told us that when they first entered our space, they immediately attempted to leave. For whatever reason, they were unable to. I don't know the means by which you are able to travel to our space, but perhaps you will be able to return and take these stranded humans with you. Or you may find yourselves trapped here, just as they are. In any case, we will, of course, make you as comfortable as we can as an honored guest and treat you as we would any foreign dignitary. Let's see here. I'll just say it's a jump drive. Regret. Then the situation is most unfortunate, she says. Commitment. We will offer you what help we can, but I do not wish to lie to you about their predicament or provide you with false hope. Reservation. Perhaps Captain Schatz will be able to find a solution, she says Galliano. I would not dismiss the possibility too quickly. Is there anything I could... While I'm here, can I buy your technology? Is there anything I can do to help you in the meantime? I'm in. Consideration. As an alien, you will inevitably be a novelty to most of us, but the existence of humans is well known among the public enough for you to walk among us without issue. I will speak to the others about a more formal role, but until then, I am unsure if we can ask anything of you beyond keeping the peace. Galano says, interest. I would expect human technology to be superior to our own in most aspects, but we will of course allow you to purchase our items with the agreement of the Assembly. In the event that it becomes possible to open trade relations with your human government, we may find it useful to have prior transactions. Amusement. Not to mention the goodwill such a gesture could buy us, says Azami. Prasinos says, more seriously, reservation. Our material resources are quite limited at the moment, so for now I would only support providing for the requisites of small items that do not strain the needs of the guard. As Azame looks like she wants to object, but then Galano also says, agreement. A reasonable compromise. One I could sell to the Assembly fairly easily. Beyond that, we will provide you with a line of credit with which to purchase housing and nutrition. I cannot vouch for its usefulness among certain elements that do not recognize the authority of the continents, but anywhere else you should find no issues. That's the funny part about this game too, is like credits just work everywhere, even in like species that don't participate. It's very, like, how is he going to buy stuff, right? I get it. He twitches his wings. Satisfaction. For now, we will leave you with some time and space to think. The former captain of the ship that brought the other humans, one Darius Caldwell, is currently advising construction on the cylinder habitat in this system. You will find him on the Actina cylinder if you wish to speak with him. And should you wish to speak to us as well, there is one last gift we will bestow upon you today that will facilitate that. Before you are dismissed, he holds out a long arm with a black hairpin-shaped rod clutched between his 3 sharp fingers, like a smaller version of the translator the Avgi have been using to communicate with you. Tucked behind your ear, this device will translate the speech of the most common Avgi languages as it is spoken around you, quietly whispering the meaning into your ear. Well, how about that? Space for it. Job board. Ooh. There's jobs here. We should do some jobs. All right. Humans among the Avgi. We're going to go check that out. But before I do that, let's see what you got. Oh, this must have been that ship. Space liner, heavy freighter, drone fighters, interceptor, utility. See, utility. This is the bulbous ship or whatever. I mean, shields are garbage. So I want, so like it's, I mean, yeah. I mean, the shields are junk and garbage and stuff. But let's see here. Oh my God, see, like, this is interesting. These lasers are so interesting. I don't know. I just, something about them. Can I buy them? No. But I could buy the, I bought, what did I buy? I bought the magnetoplasma drive, though. So this is crazy, this thing. Okay. What is the shots per second on a ram scoop? 90 ram scoop. How big is this? Holy moly. 120? Ram scoop 6, and it generates heat. Look at this. This is crazy. I think I saw this, but like, oh my god. It's been a while. Diffuse deflector. I don't know what this means. Oh, multispectral scanner. Heat generation. Right. Okay, so this is a tactical scanner. All right, let's see here. And this is an asteroid scanner. 18 outfit space for this, though. Oh, this is outfit and tactical. So that's interesting. Okay. What do I got on my ship here? Alpha space 28 free. Optical lasing generator. A monolithic slab of semiconductors used to pump it. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my god. I am so ready to do this. Yeah. I put 4 of these on here? Holy crap. When can I wasn't able to... All right, we're gonna continue this. This is we're gonna see where this goes.